y'all, it's Andre, and I want to say I'm back, but this is my very first video uploaded to the public, so I guess I'm here. But today, man, we are going to be showing you the ultimate guide for FL Studio. This is going to be the only FL Studio tutorial you will ever need. After this, you won't have to look at any more videos. I will be showing you everything, all the shortcuts, the recording process, all the plugins you need. This is the plug. I am the plug. I got you. Without further ado, man, let's get straight to it. All right, so first thing we're going to go over, man, what is everything you need before you even load up this FL Studio? First thing you're gonna want to do, you want to save up about like $200, $150, $100 depending on your budget. You want to save some triple digit number, okay? You don't want to go cheap on your shit. All right, so first thing you need, of course, is a mic. Now you're probably like, Andre, why you got a sock on your shit? This shit smell like some balls. I use it as a pop filter, you know what I'm saying? The plug is the plug. This is an Audio Technica. This is not my main mic. I have a AKG, but it's upstairs. I don't feel like grabbing that shit. But it's a AT2020. It's about 100 bones. I got this for like 100, 110 on Amazon. Great deal. Put this sock back on this. Next thing you're gonna want is a XLR cord. XLR cord you could literally get for like 10 bucks, bro. Very cheap. You could look up on Amazon, probably get like a 10 feet for like 2 bucks, bro. Literally. Next thing you're gonna want is obviously some headphones. Now these are, again, Audio Technica. These cost probably like $60. Another thing you're gonna want, if you're using like the gaming headsets or anything like that, you're gonna want an adapter. You're gonna want an adapter for your audio interface. Now audio interface, you know what I'm saying, this is a Focusrite. You know what I'm saying, Focusrite costs like, this is probably gonna be your second most expensive purchase. Focusrite is probably like 110, 150. You don't have to get the Focusrite, but this is the starter. Everybody got a Focusrite, you feel me? You ask any artist, yo, what was your first starter interface? They're gonna say a Focusrite. The optional stuff obviously is a pop filter. You know, everybody got a sock in the house, so you can really use a sock. I have a mic stand right here. You can't really see it, but it's also optional. I used to use a shoe. I used to use my Jordan 1 shoe for it, and a computer, obviously. And without further ado, let's load up that FL, man. All right, so boom, as you see right now, we are in FL Studio. Now you probably looking at this, if you just loading up, like, bro, what the fuck is this? This shit is like a spaceship, bro. What the fuck is this? Don't worry, I had the same problem. So we're gonna go over what all these buttons mean, man. I got you. You might have to want to get your notepad out. We're gonna start from the very top. So your file right here, these are gonna be your themes. This is gonna be where all your songs are. This is gonna be your import, your export, your save as template. This is where you're gonna save your files. All that. It's self-explanatory. The only thing you're gonna pass from here is probably you're gonna use your save. Sometimes you might use the save as. You're gonna use the export, and you're gonna obviously use a recent project so you can open up your recent projects. Obviously right here, this is just all your recent projects. If you don't see the project that you're working on, you want to go to more, boom, and then here's all your projects. And then if you don't see it here, you're gonna look at this sidebar right here, and if you don't see this sidebar, you're gonna click right here, boom. And then if it's like these right here, then you just want to drag it so it's like right here. So if you don't see your project right here or right here, you're gonna want to go to my projects, boom. And then it's everything, all your projects loaded, and everything is right here. This button right here, edit, you're not going to use these. Add, you're not going to use these. Pattern, you're not going to use them. Probably like 50% of these buttons in here you're not going to use. Options, you're probably going to use these. This is the audio settings right here. This is where you're going to connect all your stuff. You're only probably going to be in audio right here. General, you're probably not going to be in here. This is only for like, this is like customization and shit. Files, you're not going to be in here. Going over to the play button, this is the play button obviously, so you could play your song. Stop, you're not going to use this row, just press spacebar. Record down, you want to copy down these settings. This is the best settings to record with. Now BPM is going to be very important. BPM is beats per minute. You're going to use this when you drag in the beats, so the beats could be along these lines right here, so everything could be on beat. So that means when you put your reverb or when you put your delay, the delay could actually be on beat. And because it's not BandLab, you will have to automatically set your BPM. Metronome, this is for just so it can help you stay on beat. Just catch that rhythm and catch that beat, you know what I'm saying? If you're making beats, this is also very important, but if you're just rapping, this is just to help you stay on beat so you could rap. Anything else in here, you're not going to use this. This is just like for an arrow, so you could like, maybe if you recording or you want to show off a song, follows the actual key marker. Okay, so moving on to the tools down here is shortcuts for each of one of these, but just in summary, this is just like picking and like choosing and selecting. That's what the pencil is for. Paintbrush, I really actually don't know what the paintbrush is for. It's really the same thing, to be honest, so I don't really know. Delete, this is for just delete, so if you want to press this, boom, and then say if I had a pattern right here and then I wanted to delete it, you could do this and then boom, click it. That's the slow way. Fast way is just to boom and then right click it like that. Mute, if you just want to mute something, boom, right here. So put it right here, and if I wanted to mute this pattern, I will go up here, boom, do that. Or you could press T. You can press T right here, boom, you mute it, unmute it, and then, or you could delete it, right click it. And then slice is obviously if you want to like slice something out, boom, right here, boom. The shortcut for that is just C right here, boom, and then it's out right there. The shortcut to go back to the pencil is P. So I wanted to cut it off at the 2 spot right here. I would press C right here, boom, P, go back to the pencil, delete it. All right, so select, if I wanted to select like a group of stuff, the shortcut for that is just you want to go back to your pencil, which is P, control, boom, and then hold it. You want to hold the control, left click, and then select, and then you could delete it all. You can delete it, boom. This is for like if you want your whole playlist going, this button right here. So if you load up FL and it's like this, and like you like where's my everything, you feel me? You just want to press this right here, boom. Piano, if you're making music, you probably won't need that's what happens when you come in and making a song. But if you're making beats, you're gonna be in here probably like 100% of the time. Channel rack, also you're not gonna be using these if you're actually making songs. But if you're making beats, again, this is mostly for a producer. Now your mixer, you're gonna be in your mixer a lot. This is where you put your presets. This is where you're gonna be mixing. This is where you're gonna be putting your plugins. The mixer is very important. Undo, the undo button is very important. Say if you mess up a song, say I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to put all these patterns. You're gonna press undo, or you could press Control Z. That's the undo. If I keep on pressing Control Z, everything is gone. Now if I'm like, damn, I want them shits back, you're gonna Control Alt Z. Everything else comes back up. Now you open up your mixer. This is what everything in the mixer means. So right here is your master. Everything, this is where all your sounds actually come from. All your sounds are gonna come through the master. Your end mix is probably gonna be through the master. Now what these buttons mean right here, right? So this pencil, I'm gonna drag in the preset just so I could set an example for y'all. This pencil is so I could have the preset on. You see I have no preset on right now. Y'all hear me through my actual mic. Now once I click this pencil, y'all are actually hearing the preset. So this is what the pencil does: on, off, on, off. This right here, this red button is a record. So if I have this off, now you can't hear me through more. You're not hearing me through FL. I turn my mic up in OBS. That's how you're hearing me. You're not hearing me. It's not picking up anything in the FL. Now over here, this is your input. Whatever your input is, mine is usually input 1. You're going to use input 1 most of the time. You're going to click this button right here. Make sure it's on external input only, nothing else. When armed, external input only, and then boom, you're set. This is where your vocal chain is going to be. This is your mix. This is what everything. Now that you got that covered, you're probably wondering, where do I find presets? Where do I get presets? Where is the plug for presets? How do I make presets? Where do I store them? Where do I put it? A little bit of plug. I have some of these videos on my TikTok. Go follow my TikTok. Once I find a preset, where do I download it? Where do I put it so I could have it in FL? I'm gonna teach you a plug, all right? This might be illegal. You're gonna search up this right here. You're not gonna click on this. You're not, don't click on this. You serious? All right, you're gonna want to click here. You're gonna click one of these presets, and then once you click one of these presets, it's gonna take you here, and then you click this link right here. It's gonna take you here, and then you're gonna scroll down and click on this link right here. Now you have the preset. Now once you have one of these presets downloaded, click this folder right here. Once you click this folder, you're gonna plus. This might be a lot, so you want to stick with me right here, right? Stick with me, man. PC, Windows, program file, image line, FL Studio 24, data, patches, mixer preset, and then you want to create a folder. To create folder, you're gonna right click and then new and then folder, right? Create a folder, name it main vocal preset. Once that happens, you're gonna right click on this Yeet preset, copy it right here, Control C. You're gonna click in the folder. It's gonna be blank for you, but you know what I'm saying, I downloaded multiple, and then you're gonna paste it, continue, and now it's right here. Now in FL, it's gonna be on this side right here, instead of you manually having to pull up, do this, and then go to file and then look for it. Instead of doing that, all you have to do is your folder is going to be right here. You're going to press refresh a few times, and then you're going to go to your folder, main vocal preset right here, the Yeet preset right here. So if you got one of these presets and you like customize it a little bit, maybe you deleted the fresh air, this is how you actually save your preset. Right click on this file, save mixer track state as, and then it's going to be right here. This is all going to be your plugins, so you're going to name it Yeet, whatever, and then once it saves, it should come up right here. Now say you're working on your song and you're working on everything and your FL crashes and you didn't save anything. Now first off, to avoid that, spam Control S. After every line you do, get in the habit of Control S, because Control S saves your song and it actually saves progress in your song. So when you crash, you can have back open because you know that you saved the song. Revert to last backup. Now revert to last backup is not always going to bring back everything. It's probably going to leave at like halfway your song. It's not going to bring back everything guaranteed. Most of the time it is, but it's not guaranteed. Let's get into the process of actually making a song. Say you want to put in the beat and you want want to actually look for a beat. Let's say I want to search up a Prey X Majin. We're just gonna go with the first thing, YT MP3 converter. Copy the link. Now this is where you're gonna find your key and your BPM. BandLab, you didn't have to worry about this because it's automated, but FL, you're gonna have to worry about this. Now key is to make sure if you're using auto-tune, it sounds good, so you're not off key. You always want to be on key. So I'm gonna download this beat. It's gonna download and I'm gonna drag it in the key BPM finder. It's gonna tell me the key 51 in C minor. See, it gives me a double-digit key right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna 51 right now, X2. It's 102, so the BPM is 102. You never want to go with the double key unless it's obviously like a slow song. Then to drag, to do these right here, you want to click on your scroll mouse, hold it, and then it's gonna bring up this hand, and then you're gonna do these right here. So since it's the MP3, it has a little space in the beginning, so we're gonna cut that out. Boom. It said it was what, 105. Now it should be on beat. I'm gonna click the metronome and I'm gonna play it to make sure it's on beat. So now we're gonna actually start to record this shit. I told y'all before, R is to record and then space bar is to stop recording. All right, so I'm just gonna say a line, I'm gonna press R, and then when I'm done saying the bar, I'm gonna space bar. And then usually when I say a bar, I have to drag this over a little bit because I have a little bit of delay, like it's a tiny bit of buffer. So you're gonna have to drag it back a little bit if it applies to you. All right, that's all we're gonna do right now. I ain't gonna do too much, I ain't gonna lie. Say if I wanted to do some ad-libs, you feel me? After you grab your ad-lib preset, I'm gonna drag mine right here. Usually what I do, I add flanges to my ad-libs. Now my ad-libs is literally just my main preset, but with flanges. Alright, so now we did the ad-libs, you feel me? You can keep on doing the ad-libs. Usually I'll do multiple sets of ad-libs. I'm just gonna play the full song. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing crazy at all. Say I'm done and I got a full song and I want to export it. So I'm gonna show y'all the best export setting, and then you want to save it. And then usually I have a folder for all my beat and songs. You could just save it in your downloads if you really want to, but I would recommend saving a folder for all my songs. And then here, just a verse is all my open verses. So here's I don't save none of my solo songs in here. These are all of my open verses. Copy these down. You want to save it as a WAV file. I also forgot to say that. Save it as a WAV file. MP3 as. Do not save your files as an MP3. Please don't save your files as an MP3. How many times do I have to tell niggas? Don't save your file as an MP3. Don't save it as an M4A. You're not in BandLab no more. Click on your folder, save, and then you want to copy all these settings down. Copy all these settings down right here. That's really it. Now you should be a master of FL. Let me know what other FL tutorials y'all want and what other FL tutorials I should do. Yep, with this shit, man.
Eddie makes my son, so I gotta teach him like I told her.